Welcome to the CALPADS New User Authentication training video. Let's start with some background. The new user authentication system will modernize security access to CALPADS. It will adopt a zero trust cybersecurity framework, meaning no user, no device, nor application is inherently trusted. It will also facilitate upcoming multi-factor authentication. This will require 2 or more verification steps to prevent unauthorized access. Lastly, it will enhance security. It reduces the risk of phishing by eliminating your email as your username. It also provides protection against credential stuffing. The new username authentication system will be implemented with a transition window. All users must acquire a new username and password. New usernames and passwords must be acquired during this transition window between March 10th and May 1st, 2026. Users that fail to acquire new usernames and passwords will not be able to log into CALPADS after the transition window closes on May 1st. After the transition window closes, CALPADS administrators will establish new usernames for users during their account creation process. On March 10th, at the start of the transition, this is what you see when you log into CALPADS. First, you have to create your username by logging in with your existing account. So you're going to sign in using your existing username. As you can see, this process has gone unchanged. Okay, so now you can see activate new CALPADS username. This is a button, it's prominent, it's light green so that it's noticeable to everyone. Just click the button and you're going to choose your username. Now I want my username to be easily remembered. They're all going to end with @calpads.org. So you can see that the new username has been created successfully. And then we have steps here. And you really want to pay attention to these steps. You want to log out of CALPADS. You don't want to just close the browser. You want to make sure you log out of CALPADS. Then you're going to go to your email and check for the email so we can see our new CALPADS username. We're going to return to the dual login page. We're going to select the choice on the right, the new CALPADS username, and then we're going to follow the prompts to create a permanent password. Okay, so let's close this window. So you're going to log out of CALPADS, and we've successfully logged out. Okay, so first we have to open our email. So you can see that the email comes from CALPADS. It's a no reply account. Here's the username I created, and here's my temporary password. I'm going to sign in on the right using my new credentials. I'm just going to paste that temporary password back in. I'm going to create a new one. It asks, do you want to stay signed in? This is your preference. And now you can see the user agreement. I accept. And I'm signed in. Notice there is no more activate new username button. This is CALPADS as you know it, as you know and love. And that's it. Everyone with the existing CALPADS account will have to do this process. Now, let's say you've established your username, you go home, you enjoy your downtime, and you come to work tomorrow. Now, during the transition window, you can always sign in with your old credentials, but you also can sign in with your new credentials. So let's sign in. This is my new account. I elected not to save my password, so I have to type it in. This is the permanent password that I created. Again, I do not choose to automatically sign in. And so during the transition period, this is all that is required. The end goal is to add a second layer of verification, the MFA, the multi-factor authentication. But initially, this is all that's going to be required to have access to CalPads using your new account. Pretty simple. Okay, let's look at user management for LEA admin accounts. LEA admins can still manage user accounts during the transition window by going to user management. Okay, so here in user management, you can see user lists, users and roles, and add new user. These are for legacy accounts. These are for historical accounts. These are for your older accounts. In the transition, you want to use new CalPads accounts list and add new CalPads account. So you can use the search criteria to find people by first or last name. Right? So you can find individuals by first or last name. All right. You'll find them by email account. So as you can see, we did a successful email search, and you could also search by username. So you can see all the different search options. There's also a new user extract. So all you have to do is select this, and all the users for your LEA will come up. The extract request was made successfully. So like any other extract, you want to go to extracts. You can see that it's generating here. I've requested it previously, so let's pull that up. Here's the extract. It's in caret delimited, so if you want to make it easier to view, I like the first cell, go to data, select text with columns from the ribbon. The wizard opens up. We want it to be delimited. We can click next. We want to identify our delimiter. So shift 6, we'll put the caret in there. You can see everything's been delimited. We don't have to change the format, it's fine. And we'll just click finish. And now all we have to do is space out our column so that it's easy for us to read. All right, so we have our user's first name, last name, phone number, email address, and then in the username field, you can see if they have a new username. Notice that all these accounts have the .org extension. If they don't have a username, they have not created an account. Those accounts will be removed at the end of the transition window. So more importantly, you want to identify anyone who should have access and has not yet created themselves an account. Let's go back to the admin screen. As a CalPads LEA admin, I can assign those existing users who have new users named to my org. So if I have a contractor, someone who works for a COE, a CELPA, another LEA that I need to give access to, and I want to give them a new username, or I want to assign their new username, I should say. I want to assign their new username to my org, I can. I know Alex has a new username. We'll call her Big AT. Her email address, I think she used her old email address. And we'll try to add a new user. So it tells us this user already exists. Please supply a different email account or edit the existing user. So I can't add an account, right? I can't create a big AT account. She already has a username, but because she has a new username, I can edit the existing user. And notice it changed the tab. We went from add a new user account or add a new CalPads account to new CalPads accounts list. And Big AT was thrown to the wayside. And this is the username she has established for herself, athandi@calpads.org. So I can assign her to my org now. All right. And save and close. And I'll save the changes. And that's all there is to it. She's been assigned to our org. Now, there's a bit faster way to do this, right? You don't have to do it through the add new CalPads accounts. So let's delete this account. So we've deleted her account and we'll start here at the add new accounts list. So let's look for Alex. I can't find her, right? I've typed in her name and I can't find her. I know she has an account. Well, that's because she's not assigned to our org. So we can search for her email or her username. So we did find her account. It does exist, in fact, right? And so I'm going to click edit. I want to assign her account to my organization. And so that was a more direct way of assigning her account. If you know someone has a new username or a new account, even if you don't, you can search by their existing email address. It will tell you whether or not it's found or not. And if they have a new username, you can assign that to your org. If Marshall fails to create himself an account by the end of the transition window, he will no longer have access to CalPads. And just to complete the video, let's create an account. All right, so I created an account for a completely new person to CalPads who's never had access before. The username is faketrainer@calpads.org. This is the email that does not exist in CalPads currently, and they should have an automatic email sent to their account. So here's my Gmail account for demonstration purposes, and you can see temporary password, username, email. And so that person could access CalPads with these credentials. Now, don't forget to add org, roles, so they can actually access something when they log in. Okay, so that's it. That's the CalPads new username and password, new user authentication process. This is how you establish your accounts in the transition window. All right, so just to point you to a few resources, when this was announced, the requirements and rules were also provided as part of that flash message. And then as support, if you have any trouble along the way, reach out to the CalPad service desk, identify that you're working with the new authentication system, creating a new username. We'll be more than glad to help.